You probably think the Netherlands is just a low, flat country that happens to be near the sea. It isn't. A quarter of it sits below sea level, and about a third would flood without defenses. The country doesn't merely exist next to the water. It exists because machines and walls hold the water back every single second. Turn the pumps off, and the map redraws itself. So how does a country talk itself into that kind of permanent war footing? It took a catastrophe. On the night of January 31, 1953, a North Sea storm surge tore through the dikes of the Southwest Delta. Over 1,800 people drowned in the Netherlands in a single night. Whole villages went under while the country slept. The answer to that night was the Delta Works, a decades-long program of dams, barriers, sluices, and dikes that sealed off the Delta's open sea arms. The point was brutally simple. Shorten the coastline, the sea can attack by hundreds of kilometers. It's regularly called one of the wonders of the modern engineered world, and for once that's not marketing. The crown jewel is the Eastern Scheldt storm surge barrier. 9 kilometers of enormous piers and 62 steel gates. Here's the part people get wrong. It isn't a wall that's always closed. In normal weather, it stays open to protect the tidal ecosystem and the shellfish industry, and it only shuts when a surge is coming. That was a compromise between engineers who wanted a solid dam and the fishermen and environmentalists who didn't, and that compromise cost several times more. Then there's the Maeslantkering near Rotterdam. 2 floating gates, each roughly the size of the Eiffel Tower lying on its side, that swing shut to protect Europe's largest port. And here's the unsettling detail. No human gives the order. It's fully automated. A computer decides when Rotterdam closes itself off from the sea, because in a real surge, there is no time to convene a committee. So how safe is safe enough? The standards here are unlike anywhere on Earth. Dutch dike sections are legally required to survive storms with return periods of thousands of years. In the most critical areas, 1 in 10,000 years. Compare that to much of the United States, which builds to a 1 in 100-year standard. That's a 100-fold difference in how seriously you take the water. But holding the sea out is only half the machine. The polders below sea level fill up constantly with rainwater and seepage from underneath. So a network of pumping stations, the descendants of the old windmills, lifts that water up and out forever. And here's the cruel twist. Some of that land has sunk further precisely because it was drained. A slow-motion feedback loop that makes the pumping even more necessary. And it never ends. Rising seas and sinking land mean the barriers will have to close more and more often, and studies project the whole system will need major reinforcement or outright replacement over the coming century. But the Dutch don't treat this as an emergency. There's a standing fund and a Delta commissioner whose entire job is the next 100 years. It's a permanent line in the budget, like defense or roads. The rest of the world keeps borrowing the playbook. Dutch firms consult on flood protection from New Orleans to Jakarta. After Hurricane Katrina, Louisiana literally hired the Dutch to help. Here's my take. The Delta Works is what it looks like when a country accepts that geography is an opponent that never gets tired. Most places rebuild after the flood. The Dutch decided the flood was optional and priced it in forever. And the impressive part isn't the steel. It's the institutional patience, the willingness to fund something you'll never finish. That's the real wonder. I'm Erica, and yes, an AI just told you to admire a government budget line.